Oh, hi everyone. We're back with Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. And what's this? Is this a Moonlight Greatsword? It is, well, not a greatsword, it's a laser thing. But that little laser sword of ours doesn't really go to town. So yeah, actually I can show it while we're waiting for people to show up. I did actually go back and... Oh, hang on. I beat Ibis again. Really should have edited this beforehand because you're going to have to put up with, what is it, 15 minutes of dying to Ibis? One of these is the right one. Where are we going? Is anyone else here? See, there's no skip to the end thing, and it always records the last 15 minutes, so... Oh fuck, I'll just go. Hello, hi, hello nuclear love machine. Anyway, the point is... Hello, good, okay, so yeah, Ibis was giving us a lot of trouble last time. I did beat them on stream, and then in order to get the Moonlight, I had to go back and beat them again. And that did not take an hour, like last time did, but it did take more than 15 minutes, so I don't know which one of these is the actual victory one. Let's just pin the voting back up. I think it's this one, I don't know. I'm doing pretty... Oh no, from memory there's one where I get it down to 1 pixel and it kills me. I'm just going to do this till more people show up, because we're on the final chapter. And this seems to be the boss everyone's really interested in, because it's like... It is extremely difficult. It's extremely cool, but it's extremely difficult, and I'm kind of amazed that, like, this is a mandatory story boss. So I saw something like this, I'd assume it was, like, Nameless King, or, like, some sort of, like, Inner Ishin or something like that, where it's just, like, obnoxiously difficult. But no, this is actually, like, you gotta beat this thing to beat the game. Hello, punk-ass bamboo. There we go. See, that was our second, less of a disaster fight against Ibis. Anyway, let's go back to... My expectations were I wasn't sure what they were going to be. My general takeaway from it is, like, as someone who played a lot of the older Armored Core games, this feels way more like character action-y. Old Armored Core games were very heavy into the sim elements, so I'll show you, like, it obviously had, like, this shit in it. You have all these different stats and, like, different defenses and everything, but what's happened is that they have made it, like that Ibis fight, like, it's so damaging, and it's so fast, that it's almost like the AP, like, as in armor points, which is like your hit points. Your armor points are almost like... tweaking them doesn't really matter, because enemy attacks, at least from bosses, will routinely take, like, a third of your health off. So that's a little, like... that's been the main takeaway, I think. Like, it almost... you play it quite a bit like Sekiro.
Let me tell you a story, tourist.
Where it's about, like, not getting hit, as opposed to, like, you can have it... like, you can literally build a tank in this, but the tank's not going to last that long, as opposed to, like, you know, in Dark Souls or Elden Ring or something, where you can just, like, wear Havel set and shrug stuff off.
Ready to burn it before the collapse came. That was their mission.
I'm also really interested in the backstory, because I've been going back and doing these, like, log hunts, where there's little, like, combat logs and pieces of data and stuff in the levels that you have to, like, go find and, like, download, and that's kind of how it does the Souls-style storytelling, as opposed to using item descriptions. So I'm really enjoying putting all that together, because it seems like pretty much all the named characters are connected together. Like, there's some sort of, like... there's this backstory between them all, and, like, the reason that they're all working together is that they're trying to clean up a mess that they made. Oh, hey, I'm really glad you're here, Yuri. Yeah, it's now, it's like 5 PM in Australia right now. So I've been trying to do these at different times so everyone gets to show up.
The Association of Observers. They want to burn the coral.
And there's this really interesting thing where you'll find drawings that a character has done, like, in-world. And it'll list, like, a description of, like, who's in the drawing, but it won't name them. So it'll be like, these are the 4 mercenaries, like, this was the captain or something, and you get to sort of, like, try to place, like, oh, which disembodied voice corresponds to which character in these images.
I need you to protect that tower until we've managed to take control.
So for reference, I'm really bad at, like, protect stuff missions. I tend to, like, screw up and, like, miss, you know, there's, like, an artillery piece I didn't see and now we're all dead, but anyway. This feels like maybe you want a tank AC for it rather than this biped design, because you can just load up on a ton of missiles and just, like, shoot everything. This one, the thing about this is, like, the ones I've got on my back are fine, but some of the heavier back-mounted weapons you actually need to sit still to use them if you have biped design, which is, like, something they carried over from the older AC games as well.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
You've got access to support weaponry. Use them if you need the help.
Yeah, this level of, like, speed and everything, like, it's... some of the older Armored Core games, like the ones that sort of from the Miyazaki generation, like 4 onward, they were very fast, but they were fast in the sense that you were kind of like in a fighter jet. Like, you'd sort of rocket past things, almost like you were jousting. Whereas this one... what do these actually do? Let's find out. That's the moonlight. Yeah, so, yeah, they were more like you were jousting in, like, fighter jets. This is very different. This is, like, you're just like a very, very fast biped robot. Like, I've seen people do this and they put the music from, like, Metal Gear Rising over it, and that honestly fits pretty well. It's more like that kind of game. But like I was saying, because it's really heavy on that element, it's sort of, like, the sim aspect is more just, like, having a build, like, picking the weapons that you like. My build is just a biped robot. It's like a general purpose build, I guess. Yeah, see, we're already, like, I told you I was bad at these, like, defend missions. Yeah, see, like, I did, yeah. Hey, Reforged. This is my first playthrough. I'm only making progress on stream. So basically, like, I've gone... You can replay missions in this once you've beaten them. So, like, having gone back and, like, looked at, like, missions that we've done before, like, I've replayed them, I've gotten some, like, hidden parts and stuff. But I've not actually made any game progress outside of the streams we've done, so this is still a new game. I know there is a back weapon that creates a stationary turret, and I'm wondering if I should bring that with me next time.
Looks like you're in position. Chatty, how much longer till we have control?
Give me 5 minutes. And the corpse will...
Come on.
Picking up an Archivist MT squad.
Okay.
Well, guess who showed up early? Looks like you're up already, tourist. Give him the old RAD welcome.
We have to see this through. Raven, I'll support you.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
You've got access to support weaponry. Use them if you need the help.
The next mission side? Okay, well, I'm hoping this can be the final stream, honestly. Because it's currently, like, Saturday afternoon here, and it'd be nice if this was done by Sunday.
4 minutes left. The system is ours to rest.
Okay. This took you 2 hours, Jesus Christ. Okay, well. Let's see how it goes. Shit.
Now we've got snipers.
Okay.
Hey,
This really
tourist,
fucked up
go
last
clear
time.
them out.
Ah, shit.
Got high-level access now. 2 more minutes and it's ours.
The tower can't take any more.
Oh, shit. These...
Wait,
God.
we've got something else.
There's suicide drones.
Make sure you don't miss, Taurus.
Oh, Sin and I, we've played Vampire the Masquerade. I used to play D&D in high school. I don't think Sin's ever played it outside of, like... We did some tabletop stuff. We actually want... I've mentioned this before, but we want to do some Warhammer stuff later on just because it's more visual.
Chief, I've cracked some of the defense systems.
Good job, Chatty. That'll buy us
I'm
some
actually
time.
wondering... Hang on. I think this build might not be right. Let's just save this one. Okay. Let's go. What's the difference in it? Oh, okay, that... Yeah, it's the weight limit. Okay. It's the one that's like... Hang on. Stun needle. A lot of people have said the stun needle's quite overpowered for what it does. And... let's try... Okay. Just too much? Let's see. Actually, hang on, how much more weight do we... Oh, okay, we can get a heavier core. Might be better for us. Oh, we're not actually overburdened by much if we use them. Maybe we need heavier arms. Hang on. This is more AP. Okay. And let's try a longer range FCS. Okay. Oh, arms overburdened. Fuck. Yeah. Hello. Arms. Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, we're going Big Mac.
Overseer, the Association of Observers.
Okay.
Get into position, tourist. It's time. I need you to protect that tower until we've managed to take control.
So, oh god, I am really not used to using. For reference, if you haven't done this before, the tank tread legs actually handle differently to humanoid legs, so it's like you just like you skid over it and understand it. The drink is Lotus Peak popping bubble tea, mango, and red dragon fruit.
How much longer till we have control?
Give me 5 minutes. And the corpse.
I'm picking up an Arquebus MT squad.
Well, guess who showed up early? Looks like you're up already, tourist. Give him the old RAD welcome.
Raven, I'll support you.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
Bubble tea is my one concession to like sugary drink. I drink a lot of like diet and sugar-free sodas, but I will drink bubble tea. Oh, shit. Okay, well,
Use them if you need the help.
I think these legs may have been a mistake. Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No, 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 no.
Now we've got snipers.
Okay, this is what we fucked up last time. So this is a one-shot for the snipers. Ah, Christ. No! Oh, fucking... This thing does not handle well, sorry.
Tower shield losing integrity.
Jesus. Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, yeah, no, 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 no. Okay. Whoa, 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 what are you? What are you? Okay. Come on. Come on, lock on.
Wait, we've got something else.
No virus. No suicide drones.
You're playing
So this is where we died last time, and...
Make sure you
Oh, shit! No! Oh, Jesus.
trouble now. Looks like they're falling over each other to get your autograph, tourist.
Raven,
You've been working like a dog. Must be Walter's
On.
influence. Guy's a real slave driver.
Just 1 more minute to go, tourist.
Shit! No! Turn around.
Give me 30 seconds. We'll have full admin access.
Just a little more, tourist.
Why aren't you dead? Why aren't you dead? Whew. There had better not be a boss. No, the way the controls work in this is like if you have the tracked legs, you just handle differently. Like it handles like a car. So you sort of skid around a bit, and there's a boss, isn't there? There's always a boss.
The water level's falling. The city's rising.
One thing this game does very generously is it just has checkpoints in it. Because older AC games, if you failed a mission, you had to go and start the whole thing again, and a lot of times you got one shot, and if you failed the mission,
You can thank Walter.
you just failed the mission and you couldn't ever do it again, and you were forced to reload.
I give you the colony ship. Simon.
This is pretty cool. This is very, like, I don't know, Macross, I guess.
Walter's parting gift.
Oh, hey, that was it. I was legitimately worried that would then lead to, like, oh, we've got incoming. It's an ibis.
Let me fill you in on the plan. While you were captured, archivists finished their work on the vascular plant. It's pulling the coral through Rubicon's atmosphere, and it won't be long till they take it all. We need to burn the coral before it's too late. Of course, we can't just walk up to the plant and light a match. No.
So what I'm hoping to do is, like, when I'm done, I'll do another playthrough where I collect all the data, like, obsessively, and have fun figuring out the backstory.
Just our means of reaching the plant. It's a giant powder keg. Plenty to set all that coral off.
Is that
Ooh,
Observer's
choice.
plan?
So yeah, some of these missions, they, like, all the Armored Core games have had branching storylines to an extent, but this one, like, it flags up when there is one. You literally get an icon that says choice.
Observers fear the coral and want only to eradicate it.
Interestingly, like, we brought this up a bunch of times, but the first Armored Core has branching storylines, but it doesn't tell you when they're branching. It's just always keeping track of what you're doing, and it makes the decision for you, so it's very kind of organic in a way.
I need to ask you something.
Like, you won't realize that a choice was made, because it's just these, like, knock-on effects. I don't think I'm going to stream New Game Plus. I just want to stream, like, a playthrough, and then I'll go back and I'll try it again, like, off-screen. I don't think I'm good enough at these games for New Game Plus to really matter. No. Let's just save this one as a different one. Okay, we'll call you AC data 01, whatever. Okay, cool. So, let's load the old cancel culture. Okay, cool. Okay, here's the choice. So, who are we going to kill? NG Plus is easier. That's interesting because, like, I was thinking this doesn't have, like, a linear sort of, like, gain in strength in the way, like, a standard RPG would. So I don't know how New Game Plus giving everything, like, extra durability and damage may not be, like, may not work the same way. Even in Sekiro, like, you still had upgrades and stuff. This is more like, it's sort of like side grades. Hang on, okay, so We can kill Freud. Or we can kill Carla. But the thing is, if we kill Freud, then we'll also burn the coral, which will kill the weird voice in our heads. Oh, they're paying us a lot more to kill Freud. I'm legitimately like, I don't know what I want to do. Because I like Carla and I like the voice in my head. Nothing felt stronger than Energy Plus. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna roll a dice. Odd we kill Carla. Odd we side with the voice in our head. Even we side with Carla. Okay, so it's a 1. So we are in fact gonna kill Carla. So this thing talking to us now, this is air, this is the voice that's in our head. She's an alien. She's part of the coral. And if we burn the coral...
I want to keep that from happening.
Oh, actually, she won't die, but the rest of the coral will die. It's like an alien genocide thing.
And that means we have only one choice. We'll take advantage of the confusion while the corporations and Overseer are fighting, and eliminate Carla. I understand how you feel about betraying Walter's last wishes and taking on Carla. But still, I want you to give me
Also,
a
the thing is,
chance.
Walter started being nice to us toward the end, so I actually felt a little like...
But Raven,
Yeah,
the independent mercenary.
I don't know. Well, the dice made the decision.
I was hoping you would take the job, Raven. Thank you.
It's like a dating sim. We have to choose between Carla and air.
Main system activating combat mode.
Let's get started, Raven. As always, I'll support you. Carla has taken up command in the reservoir dome in the Xylem's port wing. The only enemies of both the corporations and Overseer.
That's true, that's true.
Rubicon apes, out of my way.
Oh, this is probably the most fantastical of the AC stories. Like, just the fact it's on another planet at all is very out of keeping with how AC usually works. Like, the second Armored Core game is on Mars, but when you think about it, like, the first planet you would colonize would be Mars. So it's like kind of like low-tech space stuff. And from then, I think they're all either Earth or like some sort of orbiting Earth space colony after that. So the idea of like the planet Rubicon 3 is like very, very not what I'm used to.
How much did Artemis pay you? Hate to see you go. Actually, why don't you stay?
I'll handle the partition. You take care of this.
Shit. You also get stun locked very easily.
Looks like we're clear, Raven.
Also, Carla made me do a bunch of defense missions, which I hated, so
She's in there.
this is what you get.
Let me tell you my motto, tourist. Get your laughs while you can. I don't know what you're up to, but you better make it worth it. Chatty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist.
Shit. Oh god, they hit hard. Okay.
Support him.
Shit! Okay.
Walter is returning his grave.
Well, as an Australian, I feel, like, very strongly about the eradication of coral.
Chatty, you know what we're dealing with.
Like, shit.
Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Support him.
Whoa! Okay.
Walter told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own.
Shit.
But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends.
Okay, ooh.
No repair kits remaining.
Chatty,
I wonder if I should get the big, the mech we used last time. Actually, hang on. Should I just be using the little ring things as cover?
pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Support him.
Oh, Jesus, like, that's what I mean, see that. The early Armored Core games, they had this, like, very sort of sim element where you were really tweaking the design, but, like, you look at how much damage you take in a single hit in this, and it's like, tweaking the AP is not, like, that useful in a lot of ways.
You know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Because you just melt under pressure.
Support him.
Yeah, like I could have tweaked it to get like 200 more AP, but it would have made zero difference in that situation. There is a mech game set in Australia called Wolf Fang. It's like a 2D mech. I think it's like an arcade game.
You know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Support him.
Shit.
2 repair kits remaining.
Walter told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own.
Shit.
Choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends.
1
Oh god, she can repair herself. Okay.
AP at 30%.
Walter must be turning in his grave.
Wondering if the pile bunker would be better, or maybe just dual gats again. I don't know. I feel like I feel shitty constantly falling back on just dual Gatling guns, but hang on, let's load up the one we used from the previous one. See if this works any better. This is gonna take as long as Ibis.
Shetty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Actually, hang on. I reckon that using the needle gun on Chatty might be a good option. Because he doesn't seem super mobile.
Shetty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Oh god. Of course he is.
Supporting.
Don't let them team up on you.
Walter told me. Looks like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or
Pile Bunker is very... I'm finding Pile Bunker is like my favorite of the melee weapons.
Shetty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Supporting.
AP at 50%.
Walter told me. Looks like you. Shetty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief.
Oh, I'm out of... Yeah, because this stupid fucking different boosters because I have the rocket legs. Hang on. Ooh, okay.
Walter told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice.
Like, holy shit, look how damaging this is.
Or friends.
The other end boss. I'm guessing the other end is some sort of horrible, like, coral thing.
Shetty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Supporting.
Oh my god, he just drives off the fucking side.
Walter told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends.
At 30%.
Shit. I haven't used laser lance yet. No, actually, hang on. People have brought up RC before. We'll just wait for the mission to load. For people who aren't aware, I actually have on my desk. My RC collection. And that you can't see it very well, but that is a still from the movie, the '86 movie, that is signed by her voice actor, which I got on eBay for an exorbitant amount.
Chatty, you know what we're dealing
Oh,
with.
shit.
Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Supporting.
Chatty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Supporting.
I love how you get just shoved in like a tiny room with both of them, and then Ares, don't let them team up on you. Like, am I trying to do that? Okay.
Chatty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Okay, I might pick up laser lines if I don't already have it. Because this is like...
Chatty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Supporting.
Shit! Okay.
Let them team up on you.
Logic told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends.
Maybe I should be using the plasma missiles that I used against Ibis.
Chatty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief. Supporting.
Let them team up on you.
Logic told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends.
I think this is probably... I think the stun thing's not working great because you have to, it has a slight delay before it fires, and you're fighting something really fast.
Is that all you've got? Come on! At least stay for dessert, tourist!
At 30%. Left-hand ammunition at 50%.
Okay, Kala's down.
Music.
Now it's just Chatty.
It's all you.
Chief. She's
where is
dead,
Chatty?
tourist. You have made a big mistake.
Where's Chatty? Okay, Chatty's there.
AP at 50%.
Where is... Stay still! locked on. Oh, shit! No! Oh my god! Just stop scooting around. Oh! Okay. So. That was very close. I think what we need to do is we need these. Because as powerful as the stun needles are, I can't hit anything with them because I'm fighting something that's really fucking fast. So we need more AP. And I think we need to switch the FCS because we have an extremely long range one. One that's good at close and medium. Hello, Pablo. So it almost feels like the way that you do this, at least as far as I've seen, is like not take out Chatty first. At least to like corner Carla.
It's like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends.
Repair kits remaining. AP at 50%.
You're like,
That's our tourist. If you got room for more, I brought a full course meal.
AP at 30%. No repair kits remaining. AP at 50%.
Is that all you've got? Pathetic. Walter must be turning in his grave.
maybe the idea is if you... Okay, I think if we get up the top, that makes Chatty jump down. And then we can scoot round the top. Hopefully, and like ice, because that sort of seems to isolate them. Because if you're underneath, Chatty like also has trouble hitting you, but...
Chatty,
Oh my god, restart.
pin that tourist down.
There's this thing, like, an awful lot of these fights start with an initial very strong attack that, like, if it hits you, you may as well just restart.
Chatty, you know,
Shit!
pin that tourist down. Chatty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
Roger, Chief.
Oh my god. Okay. I think the issue with the opening attack is I'm trying to fly around it, and I should be, like, going around in a circle and then going up. That's my take on it.
Chatty, you know what we're dealing with. Pin that tourist down.
So I think if you can get Carla in an enclosed space where Chatty can't shoot you, it's kind of okay.
Walter told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own. It's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends.
AP at 30%.
Hope you've got room for more. I brought a full course meal.
1. Prepare the information.
Is that all you've got? Come on! At least stay for dessert, tourist!
AP at 50%. At 30%.
Okay.
Face the music. Chatty. It's all you.
Chief, she's dead to rest. You have made a big mistake.
Oh, I drove into it. Okay. I think we've got it down. I know I say that a lot, but I think we have. So the trick seems to be get directly under Chatty.
Chatty. You know what we're dealing with.
So it can't hit you, right? Then try to fight Carla under here.
Walter told me.
Ah, shit.
Looks like you made a friend
Okay.
of your own.
Factions finding a peaceful solution is ostensibly the plot of Armored Core 4 Answer. They just dedicate themselves to, like, economically screwing each other over instead.
You know what we're dealing with. Pin
Okay.
that tourist down.
Roger, Chief.
Okay.
Walter told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends. Is that all you've got? Come on! At least stay for dessert, tourist!
Okay. The situation in For Answer is literally called Pax Economica.
Chatty, you know what we're dealing with.
Anyway, it's important to understand video games aren't political.
Roger, Chief. Supporting.
Won't let them team up on that.
Walter told me, you know. Looks like you made a friend of your own. But it's good to make a choice. Sit on the fence, you make no enemies. Or friends. That's our tourist.
Do the thing! Oh, Jesus!
Is that all you've got? Come on! At least stay for dessert, tourist!
2 repair kits remaining.
Okay. Right.
Plays the music. Eddie. It's all you.
Okay.
She's dead, tourist.
Where's Chatty?
You have made a big mistake.
Get down here, Chatty. Good.
You're making this hard. I can hear the chief laughing.
Left-hand activation at 30%.
Like, we are reloading so slowly. Okay.
Yes, I can do everything.
Left shoulder stimulation and right-hand detonation at 10%. Left-hand activation at 10%.
Guess you run, tourist. But the chief never loses.
The Xylem's control center is locked out.
Let me, chief. I'll take us over the finish line.
Do I have to escape before this explodes, or...?
Inherited privileges. Owner, Sinclair. Activating perimeter protocol. Xylem propulsion vector locked. All systems locked out.
Income negative 85,000.
No new messages.
Carla had planned everything, even her own death. Just like Walter, they both wanted someone to inherit their legacy. The Rubiconians are continuing to resist the corporations on the ground, even now. The potential of humanity and Coral isn't the only thing we have to protect. Raven, there has to be something we can do.
Okay, so this probably is the last bit. So I'll take a break for like a minute, and I'll come back. So enjoy the garage screen. Alrighty. There's a fish and chip shop kind of near me called Rubicon, because there's a street called Rubicon Street, and my bus goes by it every day. I think, Rubicon. Okay. Ooh. Oh, this is very Destroy the Cradles of the Old King, isn't it?
I'll explain our mission. Carla's last trick has rendered the Xylem inoperable. There's only one way left to stop it from colliding and igniting the core. We have to take the whole thing down.
So, like, one of the missions in Armored Core 4 Answer is that there's these big floating things called the cradles that have all these, like, people living in them. And they're kind of floating above the post-apocalyptic Earth, and you team up with a guy who sounds like the Count from Sesame Street, and he's like, and you just go through and, like, wipe them all out. And he's kind of 20 million dead.
Beyond scorched skies, Raven fights on. No one has shaped Rubicon's destiny as much as you have. Come and see what the name Raven means to them.
Okay, let's load up the All Faithful.
Let's go, Raven. One of our allies should be arriving already.
Oh, Alfredo. There'll be a VOD. Don't worry. I can't guarantee, like, we're not still gonna be here in 3 hours. Is this the old Raven?
It looks like the guest of honor's here. Hey, buddy. Never
I know.
thought I'd be rubbing shoulders with the liberator of Rubicon.
I keep waiting for OG Raven to show up, and maybe he's in New Game Plus now.
Every Rubiconian who heard your cry rose up to fight. Let's show them there's a future for Rubicon beyond these scorched skies.
Main system activating combat mode.
D4, Rusty, was the first to offer his help.
Never thought the plan would go so wrong. But it's good teaming up with you again. Couldn't have hoped for a better silver lining.
Even more of our agents.
I forgot I didn't have dual gats.
Let's clean up, buddy.
Target confirmed. That's one of the smelly.
It's so cathartic to, like, destroy a giant stationary object after all the fucking defend the blank missions.
Looks like the Liberation Front has broken into Institute City. You should hear this. Patching you in.
Now, comrades, Alpha Corporations. We'll show Raven. The Rubiconians will wallow in the ashes no more.
Slogans scrawled in ash were never going to change Rubicon. Cinders are alive with flame once more.
Do the thing.
Generators destroyed. 2 remaining. Surrounds the plant.
Is that a laser? Of course it is. Oh shit. Ooh, okay. Fast tetrapod.
Love to see all my hard work paying off.
Repair kits remaining.
Why can't I boost off work?
Repair kit
Okay,
remaining.
good.
No repair kits remaining.
Where am I going now? Down here.
That's the machine from grid 086.
Looks like we got our work cut out for us. It'll be just like when we climbed the wall.
Oh no, it's this stupid cleaning thing. It's gonna be a boss rush.
Nice. The intake's vulnerable. I'll get its attention. You handle the shooting.
Oh, that melee weapon is the moonlight. See? You wait for it to recharge. You can also do a combo.
We're entering the drive block's core. Watch out for ambushes. There's 2 Skirmian generators left. Once we shut those, we need to deal with the range damage. Destroy the generators and head outside.
Sustaining major damage. We're dropping like flies out here.
Target is 1AC. Identification. B4. Rusty. He's supposed to be dead.
Full barrage.
That's right, dead serious about taking down the Xylem.
You're out of luck. There's only one person who can keep up with me.
Where's the... Okay, there's something around there. Oh, good.
One more to go.
Where now? Is it up? Armored Core was actually my first exposure to the Moonlight. Because I played the first Armored Core in like 1998. I'd not played Kingsfield at that point. I just found this really cool sword called the Moonlight. I did not realize until way later on that it was like a reference thing. Oh shit, I have no Gatling gun left. Okay. Recharge display.
Buddy. Something said it's straight figure for...
Well, see, like, we got Kingsfield in Australia in, was it 97, 98 when it came out, but we never got any of the Shadow Tower games here. So, well, I didn't get to play those till emulation, but yeah, I have like, I can't get it from where I'm sitting, but I have like an actual, like, Australian copy of original Kingsfield that I do still play sometimes. Oh, that's very Boss Arena looking.
You're below that. You are vermin.
Ooh, that's interesting. There's another Balteus! Oh no!
Your crime is that you ignored me.
Several people are going to, like, not believe me when I say the final boss is another Balteus. I don't think this is the final boss, but... Okay. I'm thinking Balteus probably stays still long enough that the Moonlight might actually be able to hit it.
You're not the mutt I thought you were. You're below that. You are vermin. Those apes. More housekeeping.
I wonder... Let's try rapid fire. Can I get 2 rapid fire? No. Alright. Dual Gats. Okay, we'll try that next time. I don't... I'm a little disappointed that for, like, the last half of the game, Dual Gats is the solution. But it looks like it is.
Raven the independent mercenary. You're not the mutt I thought you were. You're below that. You are vermin.
Okay, I think I need to... Yeah, okay. Ugh.
Raven the independent mercenary. You're not the mutt I thought you were. You're below that. You are vermin.
Archibus Malteus. V2 snail.
Yeah, see, it like stun locks you in the air. See, like that like burst thing usually...
Would be most inconvenient to see a hard one call go up in smoke. Rabble rousing the locals. Another inconvenience. No, your crime is that you ignored me, ignored Archibus. You are vermin, and I will be rid of you.
okay.
Now we'll have to re-educate those apes. More housekeeping.
Okay, so these things cancel out pulse defenses. So let's see how that goes. Because that's kind of how we beat Baltius last time.
Brave and the independent mercenary. You're not the mutt I thought you were. You're below that. You are vermin. Asylum is doomed. Good. Would be most inconvenient to see our hard-won core caught in smoke. Rabble-rousing the locals. Another inconvenience, but I'll overlook that. No, your crime is that you ignored me, ignored Archibus. You are vermin, and I will be rid of you.
Careful, Raven.
At 50%. One repairman remaining.
The second fleet has been wiped out! We can't get a lock on him!
Tearing the enemy AC down. Maintain fire! How's it looking, buddy? I'd say I'm about halfway done.
Yeah.
Still?
Finally dead, Now we'll have to
That was a little better than last time. I'm wondering if... Hang on. So we barely even flew in that one. So what I think is, if we load up tank version and we give it the dual weird Fallout guns. I want a medium range FCS. If we do that and then we just go ballistic with the launchers when we stun it, that might be the way to do it. I have to get used to driving this thing again. Whoa!
You're below that. You are vermin.
Archivist Valteus. Highly identified as snail.
Oh, fuck you, Renala.
Knew there'd be more. Not me, buddy. Well, right.
Oh, you...
Not done yet, then.
Oh, he's so close.
At 30%.
Got him.
Archivist!
Is there another phase? Because I don't trust this game anymore.
Confirmed. TCL down.
Sounds like it's over. I just about managed.
Yep, there's something else.
Rusty
Oh, hey,
Sage
Zeno.
disappeared. Raven. it
That
seems we
had
should
better
try
not
that.
be phase 1. Like, there had better be a checkpoint. Oh no. We made it. Who's paying us? Everyone's dead.
Augmented human.
Yeah, duo boss fights, you missed one at the start. There was the, I know, were you there? There was the, what's her name? Carla and Chatty. Okay. Bring down the Xylem. That concludes chapters. This is the last one.
The Xylem is beginning its descent. Now, we just need to destroy the ramjet engines. Let's put an end to this, Raven. We're going home. To Rubicon. The world you saved.
Okay.
We'll also need to prepare for re-entry. Be ready to escape once we're finished.
Okay, so this has to be the last one because it says concludes chapter. So, ugh.
Main system activating combat mode.
Raven, it's one of the ramjet engines. Please, destroy it.
Oh, it's really far away and massive. Okay. Are we damaging it? Oh, see, this is much closer to, like, destroy the
Fortunately
cradles.
silent.
Okay. I guess we have to... Wait, there's a barrier. So we can't. See, if I try to go over there, there's like a barrier in between. So do we have to go over the top? Is that what it wants us to do? I guess it does. No? Okay. So what am I doing? So if I try to fly over here... Oh no. Okay, never mind. I swear there was a barrier there before. Oh well.
Starboard chamber is silent.
You see, there it is. So why is it... Oh, it must show up during the cutscene. Okay, when they're talking. Love to be history's greatest monster. Was that the mission?
It's falling from orbit. The coral's safe. Rubicon's safe.
Are we gonna have to deal on this ship as it's falling from orbit? See, we knew Walter was going to be a boss. Like, there's no way it wasn't going to happen.
But that AC. Picking up a coral response. Watch out!
Corporations. My friend's mission. Obstacles.
Whatever they did, you're in danger. We have to defend ourselves.
Repair teams remaining. AP at 30%.
Voice. 61. I see it next to you. Yes. Kipling over the fire.
Raven, we're re-entering Rubicon's atmosphere. It's no time. Hurry!
Something's alive. It doesn't. 621. That's it for this job.
Don't need to worry about pulses, so... Let's try this. Well, see, fighting you while saying I'm proud of you is basically the end of Sekiro as well, so...
Corporations. Orders. No. My friend's mission. Eliminate all obstacles.
Shh, okay.
Whatever they did, you're in danger. We have to defend ourselves.
Voice. 621. I see it next to you. Yes. Kipling over the fire.
We're re-entering Rubicon's atmosphere. It's no time. Hurry!
Something's alive. It doesn't
That's Fume Knight, isn't it? That, like, swordsmith.
have to burn every last cinder.
One repair team remaining.
And our job will be over.
Oh shit, okay, hang on. I reckon we have this.
Corporations. Orders.
Oh, lock on.
My friend's mission.
Yeah, see. I reckon it just wants you to stay really close to him. I was talking to Meth about this earlier, and I'm like, I think that I like this as much as Sekiro, which is a lot.
Obstacles.
Thank you. Shh. Okay. So it's like in the sort of upper tier for me. Like I like this more than the Dark Souls games, like significantly. Just in terms of actual gameplay. Whether I will have as much to say about it is a different story. Yeah.
Voice. 621. I see it next to
Okay.
you.
Well, we don't know if we're gonna beat it. I don't know. It's we're 1 hour 50 in. It is 6:30 p.m. here, so that's encouraging. Like the initial Balteus fight took seemingly centuries to do.
Obstacles.
Okay, he's. I think Ishin is the coolest granddad in Souls.
Corporations. Orders. No. My friend's mission. Eliminate all obstacles. Voice. 621. I see it next to you. Yes. Kindling for the fire. When something's alive, it doesn't die easy. You have to burn every last cinder.
Oh, come on.
Burn the coral, and our job will be over. You earned all the credits. Undo the surgery. Be normal again.
Two repair kits remaining. License left and ammunition.
Heal, 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 heal! Jesus criminy. Okay. Is there a second form? Doesn't seem like it because we're getting a cut. Yeah, okay. Oh no. Oh wait.
The mission. My friend's wishes. Look at you, 621. You found a friend.
So the moral of Armored Core 6 is that friendship is important. And true love has saved the day by annihilating all humans on Rubicon and fusing them into a Gestalt consciousness. Okay, is that it? Did we do it?
Raven. One day, humanity
Oh, this
will
is very
thrive
side 3, isn't it?
together. You
Or is it
can't
side
make
7, which is the
conscious
one that
safe.
collapses into Sydney?
I know Walter feared a collapse.
An enormous Balteus will connect to the planet Rubicon 3.
Raven. We'll find it together.
Ooh! We did it. Yeah. First time, yeah, this is the first time I've beaten it. I was only letting myself make progress on stream, so like this is like the first time. So once this is done, I'm probably going to go back and not on stream obviously, but I'll go back and like do the alternate missions, find the rest of the logs, and talk about it because I'm finding like the way that it's got the weird logs you have to put together to be very interesting. I think I mentioned this. Oh, fucking Balteus. I mentioned something it does with the logs that the other games haven't done yet, except maybe Durasane, is it gives you, like... It says that they're drawings by a war artist. And it shows you these drawings and it lists, like... It'll have notes about who the people are, but it won't name them. So you have to sort of, like, put together in your head who is who. And, like, they're pretty heavily implied to be the people that are on the radio chatter. Like, one of them's going to be Walter, one's going to be Carla. And, yeah. Lead sound design, Kota Hoshino. He was the main From soundtrack guy until they went fantasy, and then Yuki Kitamura took over. I think, Kota did, like, sound design, but he didn't compose. He does really, like, interesting, like, sort of industrial rock, like, distorted stuff that I really like. Sci-fi researcher. Mecha design Shoji Kawamori. The goat is back. I don't know who did Kingsfield, but Kingsfield has really goddamn weird soundtracks. So Lemon Sky Studios, when people talk about like From do really good art and everything, and like concept art and stuff, a lot of it is coming from places like they're commissioning places like Lemon Sky to do it. So when me and like Abyss One and people like the Math are like trying to figure out like old unused concepts and stuff like that, like when I talked about the Land of the Dragon in Bloodborne, like that's because you look to like places like this, you look to like Lemon Sky, you look to all these like third party studios because they'll sometimes have it, like, it will have been commissioned from them, and they'll, like, when it's done, they'll put it on their website. So you can find stuff on the Lemon Sky site that's, like, unused Demon Souls bosses and stuff that are, like, really, like, obviously, like, you'll just see, like, Demon Souls characters and Dark Souls characters in different, like, configurations. You're like, oh, okay. And places like, Dolmayan as a voice actor. We never encountered him. So we know, yeah, because Dolmayan was something that, like, they mentioned him as an extremely important figure, and then he just, he never really showed. Here we go, here's the characters, okay. Yeah, Thumb Dolmayan is by JB. Yeah, I'm really interested in the later new game. It actually, the way it's been described to me almost sounds like Nier. Where, like, you played through Nier and then you had, like, the B-side of Nier where you got extra dialogue from the enemies and stuff, so... But I'm not gonna make that appear on the stream, you know. See, a lot of Air's radio chatter, it reminds me of in Rise of Skywalker, when they've got absolutely nothing for Finn to do, so he just keeps running into shot and going, Rey! It's of absolutely no use to anybody. Yeah, good night everybody. I'm surprised we got this done in like 2 hours. I was expecting to still be here at like, you know, 9 PM thinking, I'm so hungry, when is this stopping? Somehow Beltae's returned. And yeah, I actually, like, I won't say who for, like, NDA reasons, but, like, I do know people who, through the channel, who work at those, like, third-party studios that do concept art and stuff, so, like, I'm gradually getting my tendrils where I want them to be. Oh, I really want to look into New Game Plus and Plus Plus, but, I'm not going to do it tonight, because I was like, it's Saturday, I'm going to get this done by Saturday evening, and then I've got shit to do on Sunday, and then I'll maybe head back, now that I don't have the pressure of, like, needing to be on stream, I'll be able to go back and do it at my own, like, pace. Well, that's nice to hear, Bear. Yeah, a lot of my frustration in fights in this has mostly come from the fact I know people are watching. Oh, Frog Nation, cool. See, the thing about it, Armored Core 6 being like what you're waiting for is like, I can easily see a lot of people who really liked Armored Core fucking hating this thing, because it really tones down the simulation kind of rivet counter aspect and focuses on like that really fast-paced combat and stuff. So I can see someone who's really into just, like, fine-tuning and stuff playing this and realizing that, like, ooh, new Brutus reference. Like, fine-tuning this thing and then getting into combat and realizing that, like, the boss kind of kills you in 3 hits no matter what, and maybe if you really tune it, you'll get a 4th. But conversely, I can see people who really liked Sekiro, or just like character action games in general, really liking this, and then trying to play the older games in the series and not liking them because they're too heavy on the simulation aspect.
Raven. You took on my hopes. My selfish dream.
So I almost feel like not having like any kind of preconception of the series might actually help in this case.
Whatever waits ahead.
Because I remember early on I was really messed up because I was not used to the idea of staggering things. I wasn't used to like the way the scan worked. I was used to having a radar. Oh, was it dumbed down? No, it wasn't so much dumbed down, Whaleboy. It's more like I was showing a little bit on the customization screen, but like in the old Armored Cores, like you could really tweak like everything to a degree where like you could like, so like the generator output and the armor and everything and like the speed at which you lock on, you could really tweak them. And you can still do it here, but because the combat is so fast and so lethal, it kind of matters less. Because it's like, you can tweak it but ultimately like bosses are probably going to kill you in 3 or 4 consecutive hits. Whereas old Armored Core games, they were a little bit grindy. There was a little bit more like attrition in the combat. So having like an extra 100 or 200 armor points might... Sorry, Ingrid is visiting. Having extra 100 or 200 armor points might actually make a difference. Whereas here, I don't think it does. Yeah, like Malik's pointing out, like there's a lot of space magic in this, and it's less sort of about like cyberpunk economic shit or like post-apocalyptic, you know, survival mega corporation stuff. This feels way more like a space opera. Something that we brought up in like way early on is that it's entirely possible this game started off as a non-Armored Core title called Internecine. Because I remember them people saying that From were working on a mech game called Internecine. And it was going to be set on a planet called Bashtar, and there was going to be a mysterious energy there called Melange, which is exactly like in Dune. And that was going to be like advancing human consciousness, and it was going to be people fighting over control of the Melange. And if you look at that and then you look at Armored Core 6, like you could pretty much have done Find Replace and made Armored Core 6 from Internecine. So I'm wondering if Internecine like was like this originally started as a completely different series. And then they made an Armored Core 6 later on, in like a reverse Sekiro. Where that Sekiro, as far as we can tell, started off as Tenchu.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA.
Oh, hey, President Sunday.
Restoring access privileges.
Can you do... I don't know how redirecting works on YouTube. I know like raiding on Twitch and everything, but we don't stream on Twitch.
You've returned. Welcome back. All Mind anticipates great things from you.
Looks like you passed the authentication. That was quite the welcome home. Well, whatever. Raven, that's who you are now. You're on Rubicon. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
Oh, okay, settings scheme. Okay, well, I'll have a look at that later on, because I think we're gonna call it soon. 'Cause it's like this ended pretty quickly. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Good. Okay, we have access to like all this stuff. Good. Okay, that's good. I was worried we'd lose access to it. Righty-o. Let's have a look at the Walter stuff we got here. Ooh. Ooh, it is beefy. Okay, so that's basically what Walter was using. Oh yeah, I thought Ibis again to get Moonlight off stream. Moonlight's there. I did it last night, and then I didn't stream it because no one wants to watch that. Oh, we're only just over. I can be on a light ahead. Ooh, okay. Oh, look at that! It's got a little smiley face. That's pretty cool. That head is in, that's like a kind of staple AC design head. Like that sort of weird, looks like a pine cone. It's like the super advanced, like, tech head. Ooh, it's good. Okay. Let's just do one more mission for the road. Pay attention to the days. Sorry, I'm so bad. See how there's this little checkbox there. This is the little, like, the logs, so you can select those two there. They're filled in. So I know I have all the logs for that, but then the three under them, I do not have all the battle logs. Is Ephemera a reference to older games? I don't know what, like, to say about, like, when you see a... See, to me the Ephemera looks like, there's a mech in For Answer called Fragile. And the Ephemera stuff looks a lot like Fragile. I don't like the way this head looks. I'm sorry. I need a better head. Maybe if we get a lighter generator here. Anyway. Okay, so, as far as this goes connected to other games, something we've mentioned is, like, this feels way more sort of space opera-y than the others. And something that happens, it happened a couple of streams ago when you first get, like, you beat, the guy who had the Raven call sign before you. When you do that, Aya has this sort of, like, little speech about what Raven means. And she specifies, like, Raven was something that people were called a long time ago when they were mercenaries. And that's absolutely a callback to, like, the early Armored Core games. So, like, in those ones, you're part of a group called the Ravens, who are kind of like, Outer Heaven in Metal Gear Solid. They're like a sort of mercenary collective that don't have allegiance to any political, like, ideology. They just fight. And, so I think what that's doing is it's just straight up saying this is the far future. Like, this is the same continuity as, like, either 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, or possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on how you view things. It's one of those continuities, it's just really far in the future. Oh, yeah, no, Jordan, I absolutely know that, like, there's going to be more on that Raven guy, because as soon as they introduce a dude called Raven and you encounter them once, and he never comes back again, I'm like, there has to be more to this. Like, there has to be some mission I haven't done, or New Game Plus, something like that. So I'm going to look into that later on. Maybe just, like, one for the road with our, because I wasn't expecting to be done, so. Let's attack the damn complex.
13, huh? I'll stick with 6.
So yeah, it's 6:55 p.m. here. Let's just go through to 7. Because that's basically, I sort of figured I will end around 7:38ish. I was not expecting Walter to go down on like the 3rd attempt. Considering what a fucking ordeal I had with like Balteus and
Attack! Get in there, you maggots!
Great. An independent merc. This is the wise guy who decided the Red Gun should be taking care of some secrets.
Who gives a shit? They'll handle this mission themselves.
this is my victory lap.
Hey, freelancer. Anyone hasn't told you why we're here? Red Guns are gonna go climb the wall. This is just target practice. When we're done, the locals' little base is next.
Why don't you start a sewing club together and stitch that damn mouth of yours shut? 2 targets destroyed. How about that? Guess you're not a tool. Good for. Can't say I considered you a pro either. We don't need backseat drivers in the Red Guns. Shape up or ship out. That takes care of
I don't know what the other path, the other boss is, so like I'll figure that out later.
maggots. 2 generators to go. Keep moving, 621. Hope you're enjoying the field trip, kid.
Don't wet your pants now. Security ever shut up?
Gunfire! No luck with the sewing club, I see. That attitude won't get you far on Rubicon. Hope you pilot better than you sew. More target remaining, 621.
Do you hear me, you corporate vultures?
I just realized index is index finger.
Never yield.
I was like index Durham, that, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's like thumb Dolmai and someone else is like something else. They have like another hand name. Like, oh yeah, index finger. That makes sense. I thought he was like someone obsessed with like keeping records or something.
Next on the scrap heap.
2 repair kits remaining.
There it is.
Right-hand ammunition at 50%.
Independent mercenary. Why be a mere pawn? What honor is there in serving corporations that exist only to kill and plunder?
I want to finish off with the moonlight. Yeah.
Scavengers.
I think I like everything about this with the exception of some of the fights are really chaotic and it's hard to keep track of where you are. And hang on, I will show you the real problem I have once I get rid of this guy. This is the problem that I have. Like, if you're fighting something that's in the air a lot, I'm specifically thinking of Ibis, and you're aiming upward like I am now, you cannot see where you are. So there's something directly above me and it's shooting down at me. I don't know where my hitbox is. I just have to kind of guess. And that threw me way more than I was expecting. Like this. It's like if you imagine, like, we're down here, we're fighting Ibis. Ibis goes zoop, and then I'm like trying to dodge. I can't see where the fuck Ibis is. I can't see where I am relative to Ibis because the camera's clipped into me. And I understand why it's doing that. But I found that very, very disorienting during that fight. It was the main thing that threw me. Other than that, just like some of the fights are a little too. There's too much going on in them. How did you miss with that? Ludwig's appalled. Okay. And with this, Armored Core stream comes to an end.
All targets destroyed. Looks like my good-for-nothings were good for something after all. Field trip's over. Good 13. I'll keep that lucky call sign open for you.
Alright. Here we are. Yeah, Xander's made a good point about the energy economy in this. That was the other issue I had with the Ibis fight, which is that it'll be firing at you. Particularly, I'm thinking of its like moonlight wave blades. And it'll be coming at you, and you'll know you need to dodge. But because of the energy economy in the game, you sometimes, by which I mean, at least for me, a lot of the time, you won't be able to dodge because you won't have the energy to do the dodge. And that's happening because you have been flying the whole time and drained your energy. So there's this sense of like, you don't have, I feel like, enough recovery time to do a lot of these things. Yeah. And like, I can understand absolutely that like, if once you have the patterns down, meleeing Ibis is probably pretty fun. But it's very, very overwhelming. Anyway, that was Armored Core 6. We done. So, hang on. I'll put this over here. I'll just switch my camera to my other position. And there we go. Okay, hello. So, that was Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. We won. We did, I don't know. Did we win? Everyone's dead, and our consciousness is inside alien coral now. So that, maybe. Thanks everyone for coming. That ended quicker than expected. Because I think ever since Balteus and Ibis, I've expected at least one massive roadblock. And the fact that we didn't really get one in this stream was a surprise. I'm trying to think, did we really get stuck on anything? I think Carla and Chatty were the closest, because that was like... That was somewhere in the double digits, but I kept just retrying pretty early on. So I think there were only really like 4 or 5 like actual serious attempts at that. But yeah, there we are. Everyone's dead. We learned the value of friendship. The creepy old man who had been telling us what to do all game turned out to be the final boss in a move that I could never have predicted. In a From Software game. That was sarcasm, I don't think that. I knew that would happen as soon as I saw the trailer. And yeah, so no idea what Sin is going to do re-Armored Core 6, because Sin has a habit of like... if she hits a wall in a game, her response is to grind. It's like, people, if you've been listening to us for a while, you probably know Sin's story about how when she first got Bloodborne, she couldn't get past Cleric Beast. And her response to that was that every morning before work, she would just kill the basic enemies in Central Yharnam. And then she'd just level up. So when she finally got to the Cleric Beast, she was like level 200 and something, and that's how she beat Cleric Beast. And you can't do that in this. You can grind, you can do missions over and over again to build up credits, but you can't really grind in it. Like, you'll unlock parts quite slowly. You're not going to be able to, like, the difference between the parts is not actually that massive. Switching to like heavyweight parts might buy you a couple more hits, but it will also make you slower. So I don't know, like, if she's just going to bounce off this because she can't grind and there's no co-op. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. I will I'll go back later on, I'll do some mop-up stuff, find the rest of the logs. I'm interested in learning more about this. I can actually show you. So I've talked about this before. If we go... archives. This is what I mean. You find these, like, little pieces of information lying around. The ones I'm really interested in, actually, are these image data. Here we go. Waiting for the stream to catch up with me. Here we go. So, you get, like, here's a picture. There's, like, 4 people there. There's, like it looks like a lady scientist sitting on top of the mech. There's, like, a guy on the left-hand side, and there's a guy just lying there. And the description is just, like, the woman's the one in charge. She's the smartest of the bunch. Have I seen her somewhere before? And they're all kind of written like that. Like, here it just says, like, awful bunch. And you can sort of go, like... Are these the same people? Are we seeing the same people in these? And, like, you can see, like, that, sorry, ambulance just went past. You can see, like, you know, there's these 2 women there. One's a scientist. We learn about, like, there was a woman who was a scientist who worked on, like, the coral experiments, and something happened, and it's possible... I don't know if she became air. If, like, her consciousness was absorbed into the coral, or, like, one of them clearly becomes Carla, one of them becomes Walter. One of them is a guy called... I actually quite like that, the guy who's responsible for the giant robot bullshit going on is called Dr. Nagai, as in Go Nagai, who created Mazinger. I don't know, I guess it's like how, For Answer has Dr. Kojima. But yeah, so this is the interesting stuff that I sort of want to take apart. I think you can kind of see here that, like, that figure in the back might be the figure that's, like, in the pair to the right there, because they seem to have a similar silhouette. So I think, like, figuring out all that stuff is going to be, like... That's going to be fun. I'm sure there's someone on Reddit who's, like, platinumed the game in the first, 2 days, and they've already written all this up, but I don't know anything about it yet. So, there we are. One final look at a beautiful mech. Change the full. We have the hunter's mark. And we have my little emblem that I made here. There we go. So, yeah, thanks everyone for coming. We're on a bit under 2.5 hours, which I think is a perfect time for a stream to go for. So, I will see you all later. Sin and I have recorded we recorded another Bloodborne video pretty recently. She's editing that right now. Actually, I need to send her some footage for that, because I'm the one with all the Bloodborne footage. And after that, we're doing an Elden Ring one about the fingers, because I'm interested in fingers in Elden Ring. And after that, I am not 100% sure. I think we're going to do Altair, if people know who that is. She's a streamer. She's a Bloodborne Chalice streamer. She wants to come on and just talk about how blood gems work, because they're one of the more, like, confusing parts of Bloodborne. She wants to come and talk about blood gems. That'll be interesting. We would like to do the icebergs again, because I did an iceberg a while ago and I don't like it, so I've actually privated it. So that's down, but Sin and I want to do the iceberg together, and then we were thinking, like, we could do the other Souls icebergs, but we could bring people who are, like, experts at that game with us to sort of talk about them. So, like, obviously I think I can do the Bloodborne one myself because I'm literally on it, but, like, You know, if we did like a Sekiro iceberg, we'd like get Mimi to come on. I have a couple of friends who are like really, really good with Dark Souls 2 and Elden Rings. Like, they'd be good to have on. Yeah, so I think, you know, we just have a lot of stuff we want to get done. Yeah, all the icebergs would be cool, so we'd like to do that. So, yeah, plenty coming up for quarter 3.5 of 2023. Third 3 of 2023. It's just become September. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming, and I will